Everybody, thank you so much. It's so awesome to see so many great faces that I love and who have helped shape this program. I am the education director at the theater. And just to give a little background, just to give you a little background on what we do at the theater, our education programs are really around empowerment, empowering the participants, using theater in a different way. The theater is quite expansive with many different jobs and many different personality and talents that it takes to tell a story and put on a play. And in our education programs, we really like to provide that space for our students to explore theater in a safe place and create their own work. 15 summers ago, we started our Teens Speak Up program, where teens come to our theater and we help them to explore some of the personal things they're going through, have discussion groups, play theater games, and start to write plays, write scenes about it. And what we've noticed that was so amazing about that program is our audiences were always leaving saying, I can't believe that was written by a teenager. I can't believe this is what they're thinking about. They're just floored. And being able to put that in a professional setting with the lights and the sounds and really have their vision come to life is something that's really important to us. We realized, though, several years ago that we were turning down students because our program was growing bigger and bigger. And we just didn't have the staff to provide needs for all of the students. And unfortunately, we had to turn away students. So several years ago, we had the idea of running a program special, and we called it, everyone who's here from the first program knows I really struggled with the name. I was like, do you like the name? Does the name make sense? You tell me. So 2 summers ago, with the help of Judi and this wonderful organization, we were able to start our first ever Spectrum Speak Up program. Yay! And many of the inaugural, the opening cast is in this room today. So myself as an educator, it's really important for me to listen to my students and allow what their needs are. And so our first program, we really listened to the parents and what are you missing at your school? What are you missing in the community? How can we help fill that void for you? We listened to the students. What types of theater programs are you currently in? How can we support that? We listened to the students of what do you need socially? What are you looking for socially? So the students really helped to shape the program each year. This year is obviously going to be much different than it has been in the past. But I will tell you what we've done in the past. In the past, the Spectrum Speak Up program has met from 10 to 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays at the theater. During that time, we have an hour break in the middle where students are free to, it's the only time they can go on their screens if they really have to. We actually don't get too much of that, which is really fun. They talk to each other. Imagine that, teenagers communicating. You guys started bringing in card games. And so we have that social time built into the program. And also sometimes you just need time alone, right? It's a long day of creating. So we have that time built in for you to just take a break, read a book, have a nap in a beanbag chair if that's what you feel like doing. During our I believe it was 5 weeks, our first summer. During our 5 weeks together, the students wrote and created a completely original play called I Am. And the theme of I Am was, a lot of it was me genuinely asking questions. What is your world like? How can we what do you want to say to parents and teachers and other kids at your school? And we put together an absolutely phenomenal play that was a nice mixture of really funny, creative, superhero, brand new scenes, very funny moments, and then really poignant and beautiful, and really poignant and beautiful monologues from the point of view of our students, which unfortunately is a point of view that we don't get to hear much of. I don't know if there's a TV show or books or that are representing you. So it's really important that our students speak up and tell us what they're interested, what's on their minds. Our second summer last year, you guys created a really fun play, and it was called Diagnosis, with the capital N-O, and it explored in a beautiful, poignant, very funny in some scenes. It explored kind of those DSM definitions, and the actors talked about whether they felt they fit into that definition and whether it was true, and gave us examples and life moments and monologues, or whether they wanted to completely deny it and say, that's not happening for me. So this summer, we're looking to move in the same direction. We really want to continue to give you a voice and to explore your writing. We have a lot of great writers. We have a lot of great writers that are here tonight. I'm looking at you guys. We have a lot of great writers who are here tonight, and they've created these great characters. And I want to see those continue. I want to see you continue to write. We have a lot of amazing actors and performers, and I want to give you that platform. Unfortunately, our platform is here on this Zoom call, is through this computer. So as we looked at our summer, not just for our Spectrum program, but for all of our educational programs, two things really stuck out to me. One, as a current teacher, is the need to use this kind of communication, and that it's a nice time to explore and learn, because everything we teach you for the theater should apply to life. So everything that we're learning, that we learn to do on a stage, is a skill set that we will need someday. So getting comfortable in this area, talking about communication and exploring different ways that we can communicate, seemed like something that would be of value to every student here. Because this isn't going anywhere for you. You're probably going to do college interviews this way. You're probably going to do job interviews this way. So getting comfortable and learning how to communicate through this way. The second thing that we noticed right away was what an opportunity that this was. And that opportunity is to really elevate what our education has been in the past. Because we've been so focused on getting to the stage that we've skipped a lot of those kinds of steps. We talk about direction, we talk about acting, we talk about playwriting. But we realize that within our Chance Theater community, and if you're not familiar with us, we are an Ovation Award winning theater. We are one of the largest theaters in Orange County. We are going into our 22nd season next year. And we've just been a force of just quality acting, quality theater. And the artists that we get, who are usually way too busy to come in and speak to our students, are now delighted to volunteer their time and to come in and talk and teach these seminars and master classes to our students. So that was the one thing we noticed. This is an opportunity. There are great artists who are home and really are invested in interest in the next generation of artists. So our summer this year, normally on our summer, we have our Speak Up teens Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and our Spectrum program teens on Tuesday and Thursday. This summer, we are running, they are called summer intensive workshops. And these intensive workshops are in 4 areas. There is directing, design, acting, and playwriting. Each of those workshops run for 5 weeks. And they have a different professional guest artist in every workshop. We have from sound designer Cricket Meyer, who is Tony Award nominated. We have Casey Wilkerson, who is the head lighting designer for Disney. We have Ovation Award-winning directors, Carrie Hayter and Jocelyn Brown, and Trevor Bishop coming in to teach direction. But not just teaching you guys direction like we've done in the past. Of like, here's how to be a director. This time we're really going to break it down. We're going to say, here's how you give feedback. Here's how you take feedback. Here's how you approach a script and tell it from your point of view. We also have playwrights, resident theater and Juilliard playwrights who are joining us from New York City to teach our playwriting classes, which is really cool because I know I have several playwrights in this room right now. So I'm really excited for you to work with Adam Sinkowitz and with our resident playwright this summer. So all of those programs we are selling at the Chance because it's just such a wonderful thing that these artists are coming in, that they're $20 for a session, or people can buy the whole workshop. If you are in our Speak Up program and our Spectrum program, all of these classes are free to you. Those classes are on Mondays and Wednesdays, and they are at a set time. And I have a schedule I can share with you to show you that. So all of those classes are free to you to go in and come out, and whatever interests you. You don't have to go to all of them. You don't have to go to any of them, but they are part of the program this year. Now, when we meet, so that was one thing, is that we're really able to elevate that. So we know that we want to keep our connections. That's important. Keeping our connections, keeping our friendships. We have a lot of people joining us who have already made those connections, and making sure that that is built into our day. And we try to figure out what that means. We love playing improv games, and we have some masterful improv game technicians right here in the room. So we wanted to make sure that that is still part of the game, that we are playing, and we are building those bonds. We also wanted to create, right? What that looks like, it doesn't seem like we're going to be in the theater anytime soon. So we now know that we are writing for this medium. So that's really exciting, because we can do things on film that maybe we couldn't do in the past. So what are we creating? Every time you go to one of the summer intensives, there will be a creativity project. So for example, if you attend the costume design with Bradley Locke, then in every class, there are 3 teaching artists, and the teaching artists will pull you into a breakout room, and we might give you a 10-minute script and say, okay, read this script. Now, costume design it from your house or with your sketches or from pictures online. So if you go and attend one of the classes, a teaching artist will then give you a creativity project. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot, and that's a lot that we want to do. But I also am well aware that many of you have your schedules are up in the air, that your parents you might share a device, you might have a sibling that needs something, or you guys are on the same schedule and you both need the device. So what we are doing is we're making everything kind of fluid. There will be a minimum requirement, if you are part of the program, of checking in. And I can share, if you don't mind, Judy, I'm going to share my screen. I just want to make sure I have the right screen showed up. So you can see this is a part of our document, and I know Judy's going to show you the schedule again. So this is a lot, right? Because the intensives are Mondays and Wednesdays, you can see that we just ask that you RSVP, and they are optional to you. We ask that if you are part of the program, that you check in on Tuesdays or Thursdays. Check-in happens 2 times, 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. 10:30 p.m. Geez, that would be way too long. The opening in the morning, and then in the afternoon, another checkout. So those are 2 times that we ask that you check in. If you can't check in the morning, you can check in the afternoon. So you just check in. Then we have all this open. So pretty much my Zoom is open all day. So as much as you want to come into class and participate, you can. But to be part of the project, because we are working on creating something, we do have a minimum requirement, which you can see right here at the bottom. So we ask that you check in every day on Tuesdays or Thursdays, and we ask that you attend one of these creative projects from the masterclass. What's wonderful are these breakout rooms. You can work on your own in a breakout room, or you can work with a partner, or we can work as one large group. We'll get there. We'll figure that out for each project. And every day session will have a writing session, play creation. Again, working on your own or working with a partner. So our Tuesdays and Thursdays mirror each other. I ask that each week you attend 1 creative project day and 1 writing session day. I'm hoping, and I'm really thinking, knowing us and how we work, I really feel confident that we'll be setting that into a set schedule after the first week, that we'll know who's coming on what days, and that we'll be able to set that into a set schedule. But right now I wanted you to be in control of your schedule, because I know a lot of these Zoom classes can be a little overwhelming, and sometimes we get a little burned out of being on our devices. So I wanted to make sure that you understand that you're in control of those times, as long as you are committing to creating, committing to connecting, and just coming in to be part of our program. So I just talked a lot. I know I gave you a lot of information. I just wanted to kind of let you know what we're thinking about for the summer. So I will pass it back to Judi unless anybody would like to ask some questions.
Why don't we see if people have questions?
And what's wonderful too is we do have returning students in the room. So if you guys don't mind, I would if you guys don't mind, if any of you don't mind answering some of these questions, please feel free to chime in. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I'll start with the chat, and we'll see if we can move into others. And so everyone, you can use the chat to ask your questions, or if you just can't control yourself and you want to unmute yourself, go ahead. This is a little bit less structured than our usual meetings. So any questions yet?
I have a question. So my daughter is 13 years old. Is that a limit? She's going on to 8th grade.
That's right in our age range. We do have some returning students who've done the program in the past that are going to be coming back in that have graduated high school, but they're going to come in as a different role. They're going to come in. They're going to come in more as an assistant or an intern. Our program starts at entering into grade 7.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And the other question was, is it also for neurotypical kids? Do you have another session for neurotypical kids, or is it?
We do, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
great.
we do, and that is on our website. That's the original Speak Up program that we started. Years ago. We wanted to make sure that these kids got more stage time, and that program has. Last summer we had 42 kids in that program, so it gets a lot on our little stage. So thanks to Judi and her organization, we're able to get more stage time. Yay!
Thank you.
Other questions?
I have a question. For you guys. Have you all been doing virtual learning? And is it you can just show your hands like this? Okay. How are you feeling about that? And do you have any reservations about doing a virtual online program? Do you like it? Are you hating it?
Anyone want to speak up? Just take yourself off mute.
I do have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So are most of the plays here, are they mostly about the spectrum experience, or are they just any topic, really?
You can do whatever topic you want, as long as it comes from your heart. I think that's enough.
Me, right to the autism anyway. I'm sorry.
In the past, we have had a range because we do monologues. We do monologuing where that can be a little bit more personal, where we are asked to write. You're in charge of all of your work. So every student had made the decision of if they wanted to share their work publicly or if they wanted to just use it as a class activity. We also have a lot of students who just create these wonderful, magical worlds that have absolutely nothing to do with ourselves and our lives. Just a great outlet. So it's a blend of both.
And Karen, I can queue up the video. I think I have it set up so that I could play it. So if you want me to play that video, I could do that. Do you want to let me know when you're ready, and you can just say video.
Ryan, you were gonna say something to my question.
Yeah. What was the question again? Sorry.
I was wondering if you had any reservations about doing a virtual online program. Are we over this? We love this. I don't know.
I don't mind. I mean, yeah, it would be cool to be there, but I don't mind doing it at all. I've been doing it for a long time, so I'm interested to see what this might be.
I'm kind of used to it.
I'm kind of used to it by now. Yeah. I used to be homeschooled, so I'm very used to online work and stuff. So, yeah.
And I'm seeing that some people, I'm seeing in our chat, and I'm also seeing from my own experience that some people are preferring it, and some people are hating it. So we're just like we've done in the past, we're gonna design this program together, and we're gonna see what we need and what works for us.
Karen, Martin says he's out of school in 1 week. So you're not starting next, I'm assuming he's off for the summer. Martin, are you off for the summer and you're just getting out for 1 week, or are you out of school only for a week?
I'm out of school in June 5th. Then I start my summer, I think.
Yeah, you know, I also am I work at a school as well, and our school year ends on the 5th. So we did design with a little break between school for you guys. We have the virtual classes start June 15th, and then this program is scheduled to start the following week. However, I was planning on getting those classes up and running and just checking in with everybody to see. The way this is, we could start a week earlier. We really could. So once we get everybody enrolled and registered, I was going to offer maybe a few options. We have already been meeting socially on Zoom, many of us. So we've been meeting on Mondays socially. So that's something that we can certainly talk about doing earlier if you guys are into that. That's what we want. I know I'm ready.
Yeah, Karen, I think that's one really nice thing about this program, which is the people that have participated, and I'd love to hear their 2 cents, but who have participated in the Spectrum Speak Up have been adopted by the Chance Theater. And they meet, and they also have kind of formed their own family. So they meet throughout the year, as well as they've been assisting as with some of the shows, acting as ushers, doing some presentations. So it's something that has added to their life. Does anyone who has participated in the program want to comment on that?
AJ wants to. He's overflowing with emotion.
It seems inconsistent with AJ, but okay.
Yeah, no, and that's been really lovely. As we have our community, we've made our community of friends, and that has gone on since the program started. Whether it's bowling, eating, just hanging out. And I believe that there's a couple. I believe that there's a couple projects that are still ongoing. Some comic books. I could be wrong. I don't want to share, but there are. Does anyone have any other questions? Rachel, you had your hand up again. Did you have a question?
Not Rachel, just Evelyn.
Oh, Evelyn, I'm sorry about that.
Till the 11th for school, because school is mayhem, apparently. So, like, if we start on the 15th, I'm able to do that. So I just thought you should know for, like, prep decision making.
Yeah, like I said, right now we're just going to get everybody registered and then start the communication process.
Okay.
Just so you know, you can change your name. So I made you Rachel and Evelyn. So we don't make that mistake again. And people can do that themselves. So if you want to become Beaver Cleaver or something, you're welcome to change your name.
Well, I have a question, Aaron, Ryan, Coyote. Did I miss anything? Is there anything that you would like people who are here with questions of the program to know? Are you coming back? I got some shreds.
I might be, because I'm going to be doing a summer class through my college, and I don't know if I'm going to have the time to, because it said that you should have like 9 hours a week to just like do the work, and I'm not sure if I can do this and maybe write for this, or I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
and I think that's why we're trying to take it casual, not casually, but we're giving you several times to check in, so that if you are concerned about the commitment or you'd like more commitment, both options are there for you.
good.
I do also have something that's coming up that might be a little bit hard to, like, that might coincide with this. So it's kind of gonna. So I'm hoping like we can find out a schedule that would work for that sort of thing.
Summer school.
Like we have summer school and stuff.
Taking classes.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. If your schedule conflicts with the schedule that we have, we'll work around that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday options, right? If you start working on a scene with someone, then we have, we have other days that we can also explore, and other times we're all home.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Hitting the mute button. Well,
Okay.
okay.
Are you, as anyone, currently taking a theater program at your school? No? I see a couple no's. Ryan, so your school's continued?
I do take creative writing, however, and we did have to make a screenplay.
That's awesome.
So I'm just like,
That's awesome. I think a couple people are in here are interested in film and film directing, I'm hearing.
My improv class, or my improv club, we do like little Zooms sometimes, and like most of the time we play like Jackbox games, so that's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, Jackbox is great for this.
Yeah, especially because it's like you have to make stuff up on the fly, so it's like perfect for practice. So it's like great.
Mm-hmm. And Coyote's at OSHA, right? Do you have Miss Vanessa Cortez? She is a co-instructor for our Speak Up program, so she'll be coming in and out of our classes as well. Okay. Oh, cool. Well, I don't have any more information. I hope you guys keep asking me questions. If you have a question that you're not ready to maybe ask in front of everybody, you can use the chat function, or you can send me an email. So my email is Karen, Karen, @chancetheater.com. Please just send me any questions or concerns or anything that you have. Please don't hesitate. Oh, thank you, Judi.
Will you be
go
emailing
ahead.
us will you be emailing us the schedule?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
so that shared screen that I showed you, that'll be going out in an email. It's actually, right now, the way I have it is part of the contract. So once you register, then we do the interview part, which I'm happy to do today. If anybody knows that they're interested and you're already here and you want to go ahead and do the interview, we can do that today as well, or schedule a time. If you're a returning student, you do not need to do the interview.
Okay.
And then it's part of the contract that I send you. Our contract looks a little different, pretty standard stuff, but just some Zoom etiquette and just some of those kinds of things that, we're in a community, so some of those things.
One thing I wanted to mention is that for those that participate, you're given a complimentary year membership in Orange County Asperger's support group. So that's something. And Karen, do you want me to share the screen of your website so that they can kind of see where they click to register? Okay, I was doing it before, but I think I was being rude.
I'm happy to send it to everybody who's here today. I'm happy to send an email too. I'll send an email tomorrow morning to make sure that you have the direct link. So there's an awesome video with some of my favorite people in it. And then right there, that link, I don't know why I pointed to my screen, like you guys can see me. So you can see in the middle there, the blue square of register now.
So you just click on that and you register, and this site is accessible from our site. You can go to this page by click at OCASpergers.org, and there's a Chance Theater link that links you right to this page. But here is where you can register, and here's information on the program with the proposed dates. Do people, oh, go ahead, Karen.
I do have a question about the registration deadline. We have it online as June 1st. However, we will be taking registration past that, but we are trying to get organized as soon as possible. But I understand that some of you might not have that answer right now. So just send me an email and keep me in the loop. I would say it's better to go ahead and register because you want to get your slot and get everything done. And then if for any reason you feel it later on, we can.
Karen, is there a maximum number of people that you're going to have participate in the program this year?
No, because of the way it is now. Normally at the theater, we do cap it off. We do, we'd like it to be around 15, under 15, just because we want to make sure that you get enough one-on-one time with an instructor and you get enough stage time, really. I mean, we want monologues and scenes, we want lots. So, but in this format, it's open. Yeah, we're going to keep it open and see what happens.
And one thing you should know is that it doesn't cost you anything. So this is one of the biggest bargains you'll ever come across, a wonderful summer for free. Do people want to nod your head if you want to see the video? I can try and show it. It's just, what, 3 minutes or so, huh, Karen? You want me to show it, or?
Sure.
Let's give it a shot.
What do you want from the other person? What is the story you're telling? What do you want the audience to know? Thank you for sharing yourself on stage today. Brave people and have fun.
My name is Coyote Odebo. My favorite part was how we put on a play and it brought us all closer together. 4 more years till we're out on our own. It's not yet time for us to be alone.
It's a good place to be around other people like you, and also it's just a really fun place that you can goof off in. It's not like totally serious.
I signed for Speak Up Spectrum because theater is my passion. It was still dark outside when I woke up. I needed to walk to ease my nerves.
Don't worry, sir. You and the anti-villain agency are protected by me.
The AVA and the world needs you, Wave Runner.
I came here and now I have so much stuff to work on. My time is filled. So I've been trying to save people, and I don't like to be touched or hugged, but they rarely ever understand. I hope this becomes a year-round program.
I decided to sign up for Speak Up Spectrum because I thought it'd be pretty fun for me to enjoy, during the summer.
None of us get to choose where we're born, what our genetics are, and what our family is like. But we do get to choose how we treat others.
Everyone is nice here,
That's my favorite band.
and you'll love it, and you'll be in the play that you'll make, that you'll create with your friends.
I'm like a bird. I don't want to be stuffed in a cage. I want to spread my wings and fly free. My favorite part was like making new friends and playing games with them. I can't speak for anyone but myself, but I can assure you that your thoughts on autism may change. It is an absolutely wonderful program. Everybody here is kind, always willing to listen to you, trying to cheer you up when you're having a bad day. It is one of the greatest things I feel I have done so far.
I've never seen that video. I didn't know it turned out so good.
That is from our first summer. We have amazing footage from last summer too. So we're gonna keep piling on.
We forgot that we were interviewed.
One of my favorite things about the program is the audience reaction. And it's honestly, it's just a thank you to you guys for being brave, for telling a story that's not being told anywhere else. Like, that's so cool. And, I'm very open about this. I learned so much from the first summer. I learned so much that now I take into my other classrooms, and I just appreciate that everybody in this program took the time to teach me. And I think that's important. I think that you guys have a lot to say, a lot of talent, and you deserve a stage that you can share your stories on. So thank you so much, Judi, for allowing this to happen every year.
Karen, one of the last year, I love both shows. Both shows were fabulous. Last year there was a skit, because it was diagnosis, and there was a skit, help me remember who did it, about all the different therapies and all the different drugs and everything that they went through. And I know my son went through about a dozen different therapies and therapists and all, I say it takes a county. So I actually cut that video and I used it in a couple presentations that I gave because I just thought it was so helpful, you know, to understand how you guys feel about the different life that you have had versus a neurotypical. And I just felt it was funny, but it was insightful. And that's what your show was like. It was funny, but it was insightful.
Ryan, stop me if I'm wrong. I think he's talking about the little rant that the two girls did as from the parent perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was really it was just a lovely experience both summers.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Can't wait to
It'll
start
be interesting to see what you come up with this year. Any more questions for Karen? Oh, Maria has a question. Maria, you're muted. You want to unmute yourself? There you go.
Okay, so Karen, I heard you say something about design. So is that I guess I know it still does fashion design. So is that custom design or what is it?
Absolutely. So as I was saying earlier, not everyone in theater wants to act, right? There's stage managers and costume designers and lighting designers and technical directors and everybody's telling a story. So our focus is on what are the stories we're telling and how can you use costumes to help tell those stories, to help share the character's perspective, share the character's personality. And with our design classes, if you are interested in fashion design, you'll get training from not just the costume designer, but the set designers and how they take a script and have their own point of view as a designer, but also fulfill the needs of the script. And it's just such a creative, collaborative art form that we really want to make sure that everybody in the program has an opportunity to do and explore all of those areas.
Great. Okay, that answered my question. Thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Any more questions for Karen? Or for any of the other participants from last year?
I'm really enjoying the chat. I can tell that's going to be a thing this summer. I can already tell. I like it. Yes?
This isn't a question, this is more a comment.
Sure, Evelyn.
I just feel like as somebody on the spectrum who's seen as very normal, I'd argue that being seen as too severe the function by society, and at the same time also by some other people being seen as too normal to possibly have autism can do harm. Both can do harm in the long run. But being seen as too severe, you might not get into the classes you want, you might lose opportunities. Being seen as too normal means if you need accommodations, no one's going to take you seriously. So if I wrote a monologue, I'd probably maybe do a monologue about that.
Yeah, and you can see, I can see a lot of people nodding along, and I think that's what's really nice is to find out what we have in common, but also celebrate our differences, right? There are things that only you can write about, that only you and only your perspective can tell that story. So that's really exciting to me.
Okay.
Karen, you had said something and I just wanted to mention there are some TV shows that are great. I don't know if any of you have watched Atypical. I think they've had 3 seasons, but that's a great show. And also to remember what the youth was like, there's the A Word, which is a great show. So there are some different shows that have been out there. There's also some comedians that are
and the
out
next
there.
generation are right here.
Yeah.
They're in this room. The next generation of creators.
Do it all.
Yeah, I mean, you're 2% of the population. I don't know if you realize that. You're 2% of the population. You are a culture. I
love the reactions of everybody. All right. Well, again, please email me with any questions, any concerns, anything at all that you have. I'd love to hear from you. If you are new, the next step is just scheduling a time for us to chat one-on-one so we can get to know each other and make sure this is the right fit for you.
Okay, thanks everybody for attending. You're welcome to come to any of the other Orange County Asperger's Support Group activities, but Karen, thank you so much, and thank you everybody.